Alright friends, I'm going to make a quick video here on how to tighten your headset. So this only really applies to A-head headsets. You get quill stems, which are on the old bikes, and if you have what looks like this, you've got some spacers, you've got your stem, and you've got a stem cap on top like this, then you have an A-head headset. What you'll only really need a couple of Allen keys, usually a 4 or a 5, a 6 on some bikes, maybe it's a bigger mountain bike or a downhill bike or something like that, but typically a 4 and a 5. Now what you'll feel is that if you go to pick up the bike, you'll feel a knock, you'll feel a movement in front of the fork. Now I've loosened the stem cap off on this pretty much all the way, and it's actually just a really good headset because it still doesn't really wobble even when it's fucking loose as fuck. But basically what you'll feel is you'll notice that you'll be able to spin. You can maybe see that logo, the FSA logo, spinning there. That's because there's not enough preload on the bearings, which you get from here. So the first thing you have to do is undo the stem bolts. I have pre-loosened those, but undo the stem bolts, so that's the bolts here, like so. Then you'll need to tighten this one down. Now you don't need to tighten it a lot. You just need to tighten it enough so that when you try to move these, notice I cannot move that little logo bit anymore. I know we see it super well, but I can't move that little logo bit anymore. It's solid now. Just gonna make sure those are still straight. Yeah, that's straight. Then once you've done that, just need to tighten these back up. Usually about 5 Newton meters is what is recommended. If you've got some carbon fiber bikes, then they might recommend 4, 4.5. Gonna be honest, you need a really good torque wrench if you want to get 4.5 Newton meters. You really got to trust your tools at that point. But basically, you tighten that back up. That doesn't move. Another telltale sign is if when you go to brake you feel a shudder in the front end. You won't feel it now because it's obviously all tightened up. But if you feel a knocking, feel a bit of a shuddering, 9 times out of 10 it is just the headset's come a little bit loose. Headsets last ages. They very rarely actually need serviced unless you're doing some biblical miles and you're really putting the bike through its paces. Enjoy.